From Lions Clubs International, this is LQ, Lions Quarterly. Now, the fifth in our series of Centennial videos, Peace and International Understanding.
From the beginning, Lions addressed needs in their community. But soon they reached beyond their own backyards. Lions in Houston raised money for Belgian orphans in 1919. And Lions in New Jersey shipped food to starving Armenians in the early 1920s. As Lions clubs expanded, they made a greater impact by joining together.
Lions International have been called on to be world statesmen.
Since its founding, Lions have dedicated themselves to building peace and international understanding across borders and generations. In 1926, Lions established an emergency relief fund to respond quickly to crises anywhere in the world. The Qingdao Lions Club used the fund to aid the people in China when the Yangtze River flooded in the 1930s, leaving millions homeless.
The country's in the grip of misery and famine, helpless in the face of this great calamity.
Tianjin's club president wrote Lions International president and expressed gratitude for the generous donation toward our flood relief work. In the early 1940s, Lions in Ontario and Quebec raised money for children orphaned by war through their British Child War Victims Fund and its Mary Pickford Project. Pickford, an Oscar-winning Canadian silent film star, donated $5,000 from the sale of her Toronto home to kick off the Lions fundraiser. Lions raised $103,000 to provide homes for the children. At the 1943 International Convention, Lions passed a resolution calling for a new international peacekeeping body, the necessity of assuring permanent world peace.
To San Francisco came 1,400 representatives from 46 nations.
In 1945, Lions leaders were among representatives who met to help establish the non-governmental organization section of the United Nations. And they threw their full support behind the new organization, calling upon clubs to support it as well. Lions Clubs International underscored its commitment to a certain and lasting peace for the world in 1946, when International President Pierce delivered greetings to the Paris Peace Conference, which officially marked the end of World War II.
When they left, I says, there goes our Lions International statesmen working for world peace.
The first Secretary General of the United Nations, Trygve Lie, thanked Lions for their good wishes for the successful outcome for the whole work of the United Nations. In 1947, the United Nations granted Lions consultative status with the UN Economic and Social Council. Also in 1947, U.S. Lions joined Americans across the nation in supporting the Friendship Train, which picked up food to help feed hungry people in France and Italy. When Texans learned that the Friendship Train wasn't stopping in their state, they organized additional trains to gather food. Melvin Jones called on Texas Lions. They mobilized the relief efforts in the Lone Star State, delivering 46 boxcars filled with food and $10,000 in donations. Lions also partnered with CARE, the Committee for American Relief Everywhere. Clubs in the U.S. and Canada raised millions of dollars for hungry, homeless, and displaced people. In the late 1940s, Lions in Europe began encouraging international friendship and joint service. Twinning began with clubs in Switzerland and Sweden, then spread throughout Europe, Asia, and North America. Lions continued to forge international understanding and bridge political divides when Filipino lions reached out to Japan, a former occupier.
敵国であった恨みがあるフィリピンのマニラライオンズクラブが恩衆を超えて、そして日本のライオンズを作ろうというわけで東京ライオンズを作られた。
When International Director Manuel J. Gonzalez presented his Filipino flag to me, I hugged it to my bosom, and I could not push back my tears.
でそれによって日本は非常に感激して、フィリピンの人のあったかさに感激した。で我々も今引き続いてライオンズクラブでもフィリピンの人たちに少しでもお役に立てばいいということでアクティビティをたくさんやっております。
Lions Club's International Foundation has assisted Lions with this type of large-scale humanitarian work since it was founded in 1968.
Lions formed the Lions International Foundation.
The people who have benefited will never forget the Lions for their generosity.
As Lions' charitable arm, LCIF helps Lions tackle global problems and fund projects that are too big for individual clubs and districts to do on their own. In honor of LCI's 50th anniversary in 1967, Lions held a peace essay contest. More than 1 million youth from 134 countries wrote about how peace is attainable.
Our peace essay contest is the inspiration we implant in the youth of today that becomes the action of tomorrow.
The U.S. Postal Service issued a commemorative stamp. Former U.S. President Dwight Eisenhower served as the honorary head of the panel that selected one winner from each of Lions' 8 geographic areas. The grand prize award of $25,000 went to A. Russell Waddell of Canada.
There is no easy road to peace. Only through evolution of social, moral, and intellectual values can man achieve true peace.
The Youth Exchange Program began in the 1960s when Lions in Japan and California hosted a summer-long student exchange. And in the 1970s, Lions started international youth camps.
Young people of many languages and cultural backgrounds come together to learn from each other, to respect each other as individuals, and to understand their often diverse heritages.
Each year, young people return home as ambassadors for international cooperation and peace.
Peace!
In 1988, Lions created the International Peace Poster Contest. Mustafa Tawukji, who grew up in war-torn Beirut, Lebanon, was the first contest winner. Since 1988, millions of children worldwide have participated. The International Grand Prize winner is honored at Lions Day with the United Nations.
That's really helped me to develop a more worldly view.
Since 2011, students who are blind and visually impaired have also had a chance to express their thoughts on peace through the Lions International Essay Contest.
For me, peace feels like freedom from ignorance or conflicts such as war.
Lions and the United Nations continue to work together to improve lives and further peace around the world. Lions support the UN Millennium Development Goals and the Sustainable Development Goals to combat poverty, hunger, disease, environmental crises, and more. As citizens of the world, Lions respond to one need, one community, one life at a time. In the years, decades, and centuries ahead, Lions will continue to unite in friendship and serve as community and world leaders to sow seeds of peace at home and around the world.
Peace.
Peace.
Shanti.
%90 of deaf kids are born to hearing parents. They might not know sign language and have trouble communicating. Whereas here, it's open, it's comfortable. They can build their self-confidence and make new friends. It's great for them.
Lions clubs in California have supported Camp Pacifica, a camp for children who are deaf or have family members who are deaf, every year since 1978.
I mean, it's amazing. There's no conflicts, there's no issues with communication. We all understand each other and we get to know each other really quick.
There was a lion in the Stockton Pacifica Lions Club that had a son that was hearing impaired, and he wanted to give his son a camping experience. So that's how it got started.
When you saw those kids get together and talking to each other in sign language, just having a great time, it just tugged at your heartstrings and made you want to be involved in it.
Lions clubs purchased land for a permanent campsite in Ahwahnee, just outside of Yosemite National Park in 1998. Lions from all over California chip in to help keep the camp running and up to date.
You know, it takes 64 clubs to support it.
Everybody does something, like Norman uses his skills in the horse end of it. Steve built the challenge course. Those things really help when you're trying to get people to build this camp.
It's important for Lions to come up because it's more than writing a check, and it gets them involved personally.
Different clubs come in for lunch and dinner. Lions Club are hands-on, we serve, and they get to interact with the kids.
Lions have relied on LCIF grants to help make improvements all over the camp.
It's really helped with the ongoing refurbishment improvements of our programs and keeping children able to come.
My favorite thing was the zip line because it was so fun. I've loved the swimming and the horseback riding. I've loved doing all the different things.
Campers enjoy themselves so much, many come back to join the Counselors in Leader Training, or CILT, to become part of Camp Pacifica's staff.
We've had a lot of counselors that started here as 6-year-olds and went through and became CLTs and then ultimately came back to be counselors.
I can see myself growing and developing and how I work with people.
That's how we can measure the success that we have here, is by seeing those children grow up into adults and succeeding in what they're doing.
It touches my heart to see them do the things they do here. It's great.
I just want to tell them thank you for letting me come here all these years and helping make the camp even better.
Trieste, Italy is regarded as an old city with more than a third of its residents over the age of 60.
Ed ho 76 anni.
Farò 90 anni.
Retirees in this city have a school of their own, the University of the Third Age.
È stata istituita nel 1982, Lions Trieste, come service del 25ennale, fondò questa Università della Terza Età.
Ritornare qui è come un pochino ritornare a scuola e ritrovarsi sui banchi
tempo 4/4
di scuola con le stesse emozioni. Alla fine ringiovanire. E da piccola mi applicavo poco, però sicuramente avevo delle buone capacità. Adesso si verifica esattamente il contrario, cioè la mano è meno buona, però insomma qualcosetta di più mi applico sicuramente.
Il più giovane ha 40 anni, la più anziana ce n'ha 96.
Ho avuto sempre la passione del disegno e della pittura.
Painting is just one of 300 courses offered in 50 different subject areas. This former police officer is creating a vibrant life after retirement.
Comunque ho fatto diverse mostre a Trieste. L'ultima che ho fatto è stato in questura nella polizia. Ho fatto con circa 40 quadri.
Sono delle persone ancora attive che sono in grado di dare qualcosa ancora alla comunità. E quindi noi abbiamo cercato di riempire questo vuoto, di dare agli anziani la possibilità di rimanere attivi.
Io frequento da 15 anni perché da quando sono andata in pensione ho deciso di partecipare a questi corsi non soltanto per imparare, ma anche per avere la possibilità di momenti di aggregazione con tante persone che poi diventano amici.
The school year runs from October to May, and tuition is affordable thanks to Lions fundraising efforts.
Per frequentare la scuola si paga una quota annua di 60 euro.
All Lions clubs in Trieste support it.
La nostra attività è soprattutto di tipo di impegno personale, di impegno nelle attività. Noi aiutiamo nella segreteria, facciamo parte del consiglio direttivo, board, facciamo gli insegnanti.
Bene, allora, sciarpa. E su base volontaria, ma comunque diciamo dare agli altri, poter far crescere gli altri è una soddisfazione grandissima.
Che parlava, pian, tenendosi la stretta.
Non si invecchia solo per l'età, si invecchia perché non si ha più interessi.
E sicuramente la frequenza arricchisce la persona per se stessa, ma soprattutto c'è un riflesso positivo sulla società.
Per me la pittura è una cosa, diciamo, che ho avuto sempre nell'animo, per cui penso a tutte queste signore che vengono qua, per loro è la stessa cosa.
Rain or shine, we're here recycling cans and bottles, and it's our Cans for Kids program.
That raises money to help children in their community.
The Lions had heard that I was diabetic, and they had offered me a trip to go to the Gales Creek, which is this diabetic camp up near Portland.
Cans for Kids started more than 10 years ago when the Brookings Harbor Lions took over a small community recycling project. It wasn't long before they expanded the program.
We started with one, and now we have several containers around town.
Every day of the week we pick up at various sites twice a day so that we can keep the containers from being overfilled.
Every Friday we come out here in the morning and we collect all our bottles and cans, and then we sort them out and count them.
It's a lot of work, so Lions try to make it fun.
We get pretty good at throwing them. In fact, we challenge each other sometimes, see if you can hit the one in the corner.
It's a kind of a fellowship thing. We're having fun, do it while we can, and we're glad that we can make some money to help the community. After 2 years and 7 months, we had recycled 1 million cans. We had raised $50,000.
All of the money goes right back into the community.
We purchased eyeglasses, hearing aids. We purchased camperships for kids from the diabetes camp to the hearing camp.
There you go, look right in here.
Lions also provide eye screenings for almost every student in their community.
We have a large population of people that don't have the finances to be able to get glasses. The Lions not only screen, but they help with providing the glasses and eye exams so our kids can be successful.
On average, the recycling program raises more than $25,000 a year.
It's amazing that they can make all those funds off of people just donating those pop cans.
We have 4 million cans recycled and counting.
None of this would be possible without the dedication of these Lions.
I'm really grateful for the Lions Club that they've been able to help me.
I really would love to thank the Lions for the vision screening. We really, really appreciate them.
In turn, the Lions appreciate that every can they recycle makes a difference in children's lives and in their lives as well.
We have a very giving community, and it's wonderful to be able to help so many disadvantaged children. I'm happy to be a Lion.
People like to feel like they're making a difference, and this is sort of my small way of making myself feel that way, being able to help people that need it.
Send your story suggestions to lq@lionsclubs.org. Be sure to like and share LQ on social media. LQ is available on our website, YouTube, iTunes, and DVD. Thanks for watching LQ, Lions Quarterly.